Hey guys, we're going to do something maybe a little bit different today. When I'm looking at lures, whether it's crankbaits or spinners, chatterbaits, whatever, I look at the bait fish. What are the bass eating? Whether it's shad, bluegill, whatever. In my case, it's a lot of bluegill. I got one lake with some shad, but most is bluegill. So I like the gold colors. Such as my chatterbaits, I'll have the silver blade, but I like a gold blade. And I like a gold blade on my spinner sometimes. I just think that's a little more towards the bluegill, where the silver or the nickel is more towards the shad. So with that in mind, we're going to paint a S-crank style today. I'm going to do it in sort of a bluegill style, but a little bit different than I've done in the past. Stick with me. All right, here we go. Going to do our bluegill. As I said, a little bit different. I have put on a base coat. Now I've just used your rattle cans like this. This one's meant to be silver. I happen to use gold because, as I mentioned, the bluegill, I like that gold color a little better. So we're going to try to paint sort of a bluegill pattern here, but I put down the gold base coat, and we're going to try to let some of the gold show through on the side, maybe to give it a little more flash than I'd normally have. All right, so what we're going to start with, we're still going to put a base coat of white on some of this, not on the side, but I am on the top and the bottom. As I mentioned earlier, I've always used the Createx opaque white. I'm out. So I got some apple barrel white. Now I added water to this to really thin it down, and I figure this should work for a base coat as well as the other did. And I mean, after all I want is white, so it shouldn't matter. And at 50 cents for a bottle instead of $4 or $5, hey, save some money. All right, so let's put some white on the belly. Got to plug in. Hang on. All right, needle was stuck. Can't spray anything when the needle's stuck. There we go, just a little white on the belly. I don't need much. It's just the colors I'm going to be painting are a little lighter. So I think I should have that on there. There we go. That's just enough for that because the top's going to be darker, so I think that won't make a difference there. Belly's where I wanted most of it. All right, let me get rid of the white. And let's move on to some colors. All right, for our belly, Createx opaque yellow. Gonna run yellow down the belly. Doesn't take much, just enough to cover that white up. That's all there is to that. Now hang on it. Let me see if I can clean this real quick. Do it this way. I don't have to just get rid of that. I'm gonna move on to a little bit of orange on that belly. I like the yellow, but I like a little bit of orange up front. Alright, get a lure here. Createx transparent orange, and we'll just go from the hook eye forward, mostly on the, there we go, mostly on the bill or the tape than on the lure. That'll give us just enough. Alright, now let me clean out. We're going to start working on that back colors. Now, it's going to be our bluegill. We're going to need more green on the back. We're going to green, we'll get it down a little. We'll leave a little of that gold, but we get to come down a little because we're going to use two types of green. And I'm going to switch back to Walmart, the apple barrel stuff. This is palm leaf. I don't know if it's available. Somebody told me once I couldn't find it, and when I looked once I couldn't find it, so I found another green, but it's a light colored green. It's about all it amounts to. Alright, let's see if we can get a few drops of that. Now this is always thicker, so we always need to add some water. Get that spot. There we go. All right, that should do us, I think. Let's see how it works. All right, there we go. Now we'll cover the entire back. We'll probably go down about to that lateral line spot, give or take a little bit. Remember, as I've told you many times, this style paint is not really designed for these guns, and here you can see it's kind of plugging up on me a little. There we go. We're down to the lateral line. All right, that's going to be good. Well, like a little more. There we go. Now we're down to the lateral line on that side too. And I suppose you better get under that nose. There we go. Get on that head some too. All right. Got that. Now, let me clean this. Gonna move on to another color green yet. Now we need a darker green. So we're just gonna use the same cup. Apple Barrel English Ivy Green. A little bit darker green here. We'll just use the same cup. It's green is green, right? What was light will soon be dark. Throw in a few globs of that. Boy, that came out in a thick glob, didn't it? Shoot a little water in there and see what we get. Yeah, I like that. That's just a little lighter colored green doesn't hurt anything. Well, if it does or it doesn't, who cares, right? Yeah, it should be about right. We're going to try it. See if hopefully it's not too thick. Don't need to do much. So let's see if this will make it. I'll go right down the back. Getting some. I don't know how much you guys are going to be able to see of that. Hang on just a second. Hang on. We're going to thin that down just a little bit. Just that tiniest amount. I don't have much left in the gun, so we're going to add some thinner to it. Let's back flush it a little. Took a little bit, but we got it. All right, now we're a little dark on top, and we got the light. We got the gold. But I got one more thing I want to do. Hang on. All right, I don't want to lose my gold or my green. I don't want to lose everything there. But I want to add a little something, just a little bit different. So we got some pearlized magenta. Createx pearlized magenta. And what I'm doing is just lightly, from a distance, I'm hitting that. So what I've done is I've got a little magenta, and whether you can see it, hopefully when we get all done, I can see just a little. This side I got more. You know what? Now what I'm doing is I'm staying away farther, and I'm just hitting it with some bursts. Now, there's the good side. That side I'll show you later. Now they're okay. This one's got a little more to it, but I got the gold, but I can get just a little magenta in there too. I got the feeling when we put a top coat on that, that's going to show up even better. So eyes and a top coat. We'll see where we stand. Well, there we go, guys. There is our bluegill pattern. And again, this one's done just a little differently. There are all kinds of ways you can do bluegill patterns in all kinds of different colors. This is just one I thought of and come up with. I like that gold in the base in there, so that's why I did it this way. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. Subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you again real soon.